Two Jack Bros. Two Jack Bros.
I've had a really nice weekend. Like I've had 3 days off work.
Yeah.
I just loving life.
Yeah?
Mm?
That's what's up. That is what's up. I'm having a pretty good weekend myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just doing a lot of comedy and podcast stuff.
Yeah, I didn't see much of you
Yeah.
my weekend.
Yeah, I didn't see much of you. This is very interesting. I think we figured out how to have good weekends. Yeah, but no, shout out to The Thing Is with Shannon and Maddie. Shout out to Zach Amico with the Midnight Spook Show and Caitlin Reese, who was the other guest. And then, shout out to, why am I drawing a blank right now? Yes. Oh, Mike Harrington. Shout out to Mike Harrington for having me on, the Brooklyn Comedy Club at Old Man Hustle. Was having a good time just being on podcasts, doing stand-up comedy, having a tucked-in shirt.
Yeah.
Life has been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being away from your family.
Again, I mean, that doesn't hurt.
Wearing your boner shorts.
I am wearing my boner shorts on stage sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Living
Now
quite
I
the
know
life.
better. Now
Yeah.
I know better. I didn't realize they were so exposing of boners. It's like, what is that about the color gray?
I don't know. It's got all the shadows. It gets all the nooks and crannies. It's
I guess it does.
Yeah.
Like any man that's wearing gray pants is trying to show his dick. There's no other way around it.
Yeah.
Is of any kind. Yeah, whatever. Now I know this.
No, you know this. You're not going to be that guy anymore?
I just got to get rid of all my gray stuff. Or just I just got to be very mindful of my boner.
Those are the two ways to look at it, huh?
I mean, what am I going to waste all this meditating I'm doing if I can't control my boner in gray pants?
I don't know.
I can do it.
Yeah.
If anybody can do it, I can do it.
Okay.
Right?
I didn't know you didn't have full control of your boner.
I mean, it's you do
At
and
this
you
age?
don't. It's like an octopus arm where it has its own neurons and it
Yeah.
has its own brain.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you cut the penis off, I think for the next hour it still tries to get pussy.
Still wiggles around after you.
Yeah.
Some creepy sci-fi horror movie right there.
Nice tits, great ass. Just walks around giving sexually inappropriate compliments. It's trying to get straight to the sex. It doesn't have
He
a lot of
finds
time.
women in skirts and scoots up their leg.
Yeah. That's why it took so long to find John Bobbitt's penis.
Was out
I
looking.
threw it out right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, went to town. And,
Yeah.
Hopped on a bus, sat in the back.
With a hat on. It definitely has a hat on.
Yeah. So watching the new season of Love on the Spectrum, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, of course, the show that's coming out soon, July 21st, Sexy Beasts,
Mm-hmm.
right? How would you describe Sexy Beasts?
So people dress up in furry head costumes. Like body's still there, but their heads are completely
I think they're face-off level makeup artistry.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
They're
high
good.
level makeup artistry to make these people look like anthropomorphic animals.
But they're not like sexy animals at all. They're like,
What would be a sexy animal?
like a sexy cat. Like they're not Halloween costumes.
No, they're made up to absolutely, completely obscure how their faces look.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And the purpose of the show is is personality what really matters?
Yeah.
Right? If so, here's this person, you only get to see their personality.
I think it looked like one person goes on a date with three because somebody was like, I can't choose both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least two.
At
One
least
goes
two.
on a
Yeah.
date with at least two. And then also they're all very attractive people. So it's not like when they reveal what they look like.
Horrid. Ah.
Yeah, it's just, I wonder if it's a racial thing.
Yeah.
Because they were mixed races when
Yeah.
they were showing their faces.
Yeah.
It's like
I would never date a guy of this race.
it's like the non-sex version of blacked.
Yeah.
You know what blacked porn is?
No.
You just agreed with it. You're just
I made
yeah.
up what it was in my head, but it didn't have anything to do with
what
porn.
What was blacked in your head before porn?
It was just surprising white people with black people. Surprise! I don't know.
So blacked porn is they have a woman and she's in there, and she's like told that she's gonna be in a sex scene,
Mm-hmm.
and like this is the guy,
Mm-hmm.
or they don't even say that this is the guy. They just have a guy in there, and they're describing the sex scene, and then he leaves, and a black person shows up.
Yeah.
So you were right,
Okay.
except they surprised and then fucked them.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what this show is. Maybe it's like
But you could still see hands, right? You see,
I think they're wearing gloves and stuff.
they are. Okay.
yeah.
So you can't see anything.
I think you would think so. I mean, that would be a cop out.
It would. It
You'd
would.
be like, listen, I know you don't see what they look like, but relax. They're white.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Yeah.
It's not intriguing,
Yeah.
right?
Got to go all in.
Yeah. And then Love on the Spectrum is back, so
That's
I'm about
awesome.
to get really busy. about to be really unavailable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube now. It's not on Netflix. It was too hot for Netflix. They couldn't handle it.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of complaints they got or what made them. It had to be complaints, right?
Yeah. It would have to come from people that are neurotypical
Mm-hmm.
and they don't like how much they feel autistic.
You think that's it?
Yeah. They don't like, one thing the woke class doesn't like to do is like stare in the mirror.
Yeah.
Right? They don't like to see a representation of themselves and have to face the truth of who they are.
Yeah.
And I think Love on the Spectrum maybe made them do that a
Man,
little bit.
what type of person watches that show and doesn't feel comforted by like, I'm autistic, but I'm not that. Like,
I don't know. Well, so I'll ask you this question. So when we first met, what do you think we were more closer to, Sexy Beasts or Love on the Spectrum?
well, we could see each other, so Love on the Spectrum.
You got to think this all the way through, though. I mean, you can flip it if you have to, because I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
I've been pondering. I've been philosophically pondering on it. I've been breaking it down as many ways as it can be broken down.
Okay.
Right?
What have you come up with?
So, you also you can reverse it. You can reverse Sexy Beast, right? Where it's like he showed up and I could see what he looked like, but that personality was fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was more to the personality that I was going to discover, to the point where it almost felt like a new person,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you can think of it like that as well,
Okay.
right? And then
You think you personality duped me?
I might have Sexy Beasted you.
You like it better that way?
Yeah.
You like it saying about that you sexy beasted me?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I didn't know that you had already dropped out of school when I met you.
Well, I told you. It's like I didn't keep that a secret very long, right? But how do you even show that personality-wise when you meet somebody and you just outright tell them, right? That is not a personality thing,
Yeah.
right? That is more a Love on the Spectrum thing. So, no, but it was, it's just you didn't know you were getting like an anime guy,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There are things.
Yeah, you think you keep your dorkiness well hidden? Is that what you're saying?
I
Your
don't think
nerdiness?
I was not trying to hide it. I think you just couldn't see it. If anything,
Yeah. Think I was in denial.
I mean, it seems like you're in denial now. You don't want to admit that you got sexy beasted.
No, I don't want to admit that you sexy beasted me.
Yeah, man. So how's this great weekend of yours made you feel?
Oh, all is good in the world. I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm relaxed.
yeah,
Yeah. I think it was
Yeah.
enough days off,
yeah. I when I was doing traveling, this weekend, like up and back and forth in New York City and stuff, and stopping at rest stops, and the world is kind of back enough where people are like talking to each other again,
Right.
but I'm still second guessing talking to strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if there was any conspiracy about any of this, that was part of it.
Yeah.
They want us to all not feel comfortable just engaging with each other in a society,
Yeah.
and it sucks. So
Obviously.
yeah, yeah, because it forces you. Because I am a person that loves to talk to people. I like to talk to strangers. I like to chop it up with the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now there's a part of you where you can't just engage with the person, because if you like to talk to people, then you're not trying to make these people uncomfortable. Then you're trying to, if we're going to be in a interaction, I want to make you comfortable in this interaction as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you can't just start talking to people not knowing where they stand on distance and mask and the pandemic, and
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. So like the first part of your interaction is this weird like, I'm okay with it if you're okay with it.
Yeah, for sure. Like
know?
everything you do now, like you say that. How often did you say that before the pandemic?
I don't think ever.
Yeah, right? It's not something that unless you're like trying to date at this age and
Yeah.
you're like, I'm okay with it if you're okay. You
Yeah,
know,
if
like,
you're like trying to take your dick out early.
yeah, yeah. Like,
I'm okay with it. You're okay with it.
other than those people. But like, yeah, no, I've never said it before. And I feel like I've said it a lot since the pandemic. Like, you
Yeah.
go play, can I take off I'm okay with it if you're okay with it.
Yeah, like there was a lady at the grocery store the other day. I was going to the grocery store. This lady fell in white pants, hilarious. But this lady fell, in front of the grocery store, and like she wasn't an old lady, but she was,
Old enough.
old enough that in a previous time, 17, 18 months ago, the people, the extras in her life would have like surrounded her and been like, can I help? She exploded. Like she lost everything that she was holding dear to her
Mm-hmm.
in her purse, just exploded all over the ground.
Mm-hmm.
She was on her knees, hands and knees in white pants, picking it up.
Mm-hmm.
And people were just like, I just don't know how she feels
Like,
about the pandemic.
Shuffling the papers over to her with your dirty shoe, kicking it all towards her.
Like leaning away from it.
Yeah,
just
like I'm trying to be helpful.
yeah, because then you just fell in public. You probably got it.
Yeah. Are you feeling weak?
Yeah, you're not. You're yeah. So yeah, I'm like, I had a fun little interaction with the family at a rest stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Yeah.
We're in line at Burger King, the longest Burger King ever, and you could tell everybody kind of wanted to. It was a line. It seemed like a line, at least like so 2 people in front of me, 2 people behind me, and then me and the people so 2 people in front of them, and me and them, and the 2 people behind us were all the type of people that talk to each other, talk to people, strangers in public.
Mm-hmm.
And here's how you can tell. When a person is standing in line for a pretty decent amount of time, right, and they don't take their phone out,
Mm-hmm.
it's like that's typically a person that's like willing to talk to strangers.
Mm-hmm.
So like everybody behind those 2 people behind me all had their phones out in line.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just this little chunk of people that were like, please, someone strike a conversation with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it if you're okay with it.
Yeah.
And I was wearing a tank top, and they started talking to me about my fucking ripped arms.
I thought you were gonna say your tattoo. No, it was your ripped arm.
It wasn't my tattoo, but it was on my ripped fucking arm.
Yeah.
Right? It was my track tattoo. I have a track tattoo on
Mm-hmm.
my arm, and they asked me, if I did track, and their son was a long jumper.
We did jumping.
was a
Cindy loves to
connection.
talk about jumping.
We had a little jump talk.
Yeah.
A little jump talk.
Yeah.
They were like, they turned around and were like, I bet this black man can jump high.
Safe conversation, obviously.
Perfect.
So do you like to jump?
That's hilarious. Because, we're getting to that. We're getting to that where there's going to be a list of safe conversations that we can all have with each other, like the people outside of our own race.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think jumping should be on it. I do.
Some people might not like that.
I know some people are going to be really upset by that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's the annoying part about it.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have multiple cards.
Yeah.
Like you should what kind of black person are you? And then you tell the person what kind of black person you are, and then you flip to that card.
Yeah, because athletic black people like to talk about jumping.
Let's talk about jumping.
Yeah.
Do you jump? I jump. I'm okay with it if you're okay with it. Yeah. That's I would definitely want jumping on my card.
What else would be on your card?
I think so you can talk to me about jumping. You can talk to me about I don't know, banging white women.
Trying to get your card thrown away.
Gotta make sure this card is I don't know. I don't really talk about much other than jumping. like if you wanna win your way to my heart, it's jumping. If you wanna, I guess if you wanna just be my friend,
Yeah.
You know, let's talk to me about jumping. Footwork. It was about footwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
know? I like jumping. I like footwork. Banging while you're with. And I don't know. Trying to achieve higher consciousness, no big deal.
What if, like, I mean, we're getting to that place where things are like digital, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if you walked around and, like, when you walked up to a new person, like, your interest, like, appeared above your head? So you could just be like, oh, and, like, pick something
Yeah.
to, like, a safe conversation.
Or, I mean, like, if we're not there technology-wise yet, here is where we can be. Everybody wears a shirt that has a QR code on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can just scan anybody's QR code and see their interest on your phone.
How insulted would you be if people scanned your QR code and then walked away from you? Like, none of these interests are for me.
I mean, seeing people's faces when they see your interest.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You can also put funny interests on there that like aren't really your interest, but you just want to troll people and see their reaction.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like eating butt, sucking dick, being straight. So
you wouldn't have been able to sexy beast me then if I could have QR coded you.
Not reverse sexy beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll start because we'll start wearing weird masks.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're on our way to wearing weird
Sexy
designer
beast.
masks.
Yeah.
We'll be sexy beast
Mm-hmm.
in like 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly is going to legally require us to all wear sexy
Well,
beast.
we'll be like, okay, there's another disease. You don't just need a mask. You need to cover your eyes. And people are going to be like, well, if I'm covering my eyes and my mouth, you know, like my whole face, let me do this in a way.
Yeah.
And so.
And now we're all sexy beasts.
Now we're all sexy beasts.
So what is on your card when I scan your QR code? Like, what are the safe? Like these, you also get safe topics. So what are on your safe topics?
What are my safe topics? You can talk to me about
Banging black dudes.
like push-ups and yoga.
Is jumping safe? Can we talk about jumping?
We can talk about jumping.
Okay, but is
climbing
that take one of
things.
your, climbing things.
Climbing.
Oh man. Yeah, we should probably stick with each other for a little while.
Talk to me about extreme sports.
Extreme sports? What extreme sports you going to be talking about?
We can talk about any of them. You know.
What extreme sport are you interested in? Do you follow? You're trying to steal extreme valor right now.
I'll talk about them. I'll learn about them. I was thinking of like
teach me about extreme sports.
Scuba diving.
So you've never been scuba diving,
Mm-hmm.
have you?
No.
Right? You don't watch scuba diving.
Can you watch it? I'm interested.
don't-
Talk to me more about it.
All right, that's a safe topic. That's a safe topic.
You can't just have topics you know everything about.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm making the love on the spectrum mistake.
Yeah, you are.
These are all of my interests. Do you have the same exact interests? It's just, yeah. Yeah, so for sure, I think we were more love on the spectrum.
Yeah.
We're love on the spectrum. It is what it is. It is what it is. Speaking of running and jumping, this Sha'Carri, it's Sha'Carri.
Yeah.
Sha'Carri, what's her last name? I don't even, she's already achieved single name fame status.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It's like any last name just wouldn't be, it can't follow Sha'Carri.
It's weird with that first name, right? Because it's like unique enough that we've never heard it before as a society. You know, like this, we don't have another Sha'Carri in our society. Yeah. But we're also like, everybody's like embracing it. Like, okay, we'll go with that. You know, it's like, yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's for sure a made up black name.
Yeah.
But it almost sounds like an ancient African name.
Yeah.
You know, like there was for sure. Like she's for sure like the reincarnation of some like sprint princess from like Africa.
Yeah,
Sha'Carri,
yeah.
You know? It's yeah. So that's like but anyway, so she got popped.
Yeah.
She got popped for pot.
Yeah, yeah.
She got
when she was in a state where it was legal.
Yeah.
Her grandma had passed, right?
Yeah.
and she was dealing with her emotions.
All right, so
Oh,
her biological mother has passed.
Oh, his mom.
Passed.
The mom. Oh, okay.
She's raised by her grandmother,
Oh, okay.
and then her biological mother passed. Now, what were you going to say a second ago?
That you and Joe Biden both are like, rules be rules.
Yeah, but Joe Biden also was like, well, it's a stupid rule. We should probably.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I didn't read the article. I just.
Where it's listening to the way that people are talking about this just shows that, like, a lot of people just aren't high level athletes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I still kind of live as a high level athlete at 41.
But
three
like,
kids.
yeah. So okay. So you are like rules be rules, right?
Yeah,
But do you agree with the rule?
I do agree with this rule.
You think that's a rule that should continue?
I do think it's a rule that should continue, and for multiple reasons, right? For one, let's start this. In other countries that are also involved in the Olympics, marijuana is absolutely illegal.
Okay.
Like people go to jail for marijuana. Like
In some countries, it's not. I
in
mean,
some
it is
countries
legal.
It is legal.
Yeah.
Right. So then you get into, I guess, whether or not it's performance enhancing.
Right.
Right. This is big.
Yeah.
Nobody's really talking about this in an honest way because people are talking about when they're talking about it, it's like, yeah, maybe enhance their performance to eat more Doritos. You know, it's like they're looking at it in a cartoonish way.
Right. So like, because you can drink alcohol, like nobody cares about that, right?
Yeah,
That's not performance enhancing.
Yeah,
Nobody's gonna argue.
Alcohol may even be performance debilitating. It's like we went through a couple eras in track and field, and like the first big era of record setting is when people stopped drinking.
Mm-hmm,
You know, like at the event.
Yeah. You run straight, a lot straighter.
It's like, yeah, the lane, like, shit. We can have lane lines.
Yeah.
There were no lane lines at a point. People just like figured it out.
Yeah.
You know, it was like just a bunch of drunk people veering into each other and shit.
Yeah.
And
Wait, so you think weed is performance enhancing?
I do think it is performance enhancing. I think it has properties that allow it to be performance enhancing. And here's the thing. They're not allowed to smoke weed while in competition.
Sure.
Like they can, like beforehand, if they're smoking weed and stuff, it's fine. You just can't smoke it in competition. Now,
What was that statement? Like, that's the rule right now?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
yeah,
Wait, so she was smoking during a competition?
not like at the meet, but like a couple days before because she found out. So again, like her situation is a little crazy. So she was in the Olympic trials, going through the heats of the Olympic trials in the 100. And while doing that, like halfway through, a reporter was the person that told her that her biological mother died.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in an interview.
Wait, are heats like are multiple days then?
Yeah, for the 100. Yeah. multiple days. And it's because they got a bunch of people that got
Like
eliminated.
more than 3 days?
It's about 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I think 4. I think it was 4 days.
Okay.
altogether. And so yeah, because it was like so it was heats, trials, semis, finals. So yeah, 4 days.
Okay.
Right. And so in the middle of that, so like the first day of the heats, she's getting interviewed by this reporter who's trying to like scoop this. You know, she finds this out right then and there, and now again, you spend all this time when you're competing at this high level, working not just on the physical aspect of your sport, but you're getting your mind to be this steel trap, right? To be able to handle anything and everything, and you know, it can be one of those things where, you know, such an effort is being used to control that as soon as there is a chink in that armor, it can all fall apart. And we see that with like great athletes; they kind of like fall apart, you know. And to deal with the anxiety, she smoked some weed. Maybe she ingested marijuana to some capacity to help her deal with the nerves. You're in competition.
But do they test them for other substances that you would get from a mental health professional? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is a substance that is banned for the World Olympic Committee. Like are they testing for Xanax? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, but they are testing for weed.
I know, but there's two questions here, right? There's like, okay, did she break the rule? Rules be rules. Like, okay, or is there like, is this a legit rule that should stand?
Well, I think it's a legit rule that should stand because I do believe marijuana is performance enhancing. I use it to work out.
Yeah.
It helps me stretch better. Like, there are qualities that I use marijuana for that allow me to be, like, dude, I'm 41 and jacked as fuck. Like, a lot of that comes from the way that I use marijuana as a tool for that, right? And it's if she's taking it like she says to deal with the nerves, it's performance enhancing, right? It's like, yeah, I just think we need to talk about it a little honestly,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah. I guess that's where I stand. I
Hot take.
Yeah, it's a little bit of hot take.
That you jacked.
And
Jack
dude,
take.
she just owned it. She's my dude. This chick is my hero. Like, she.
You can't have another chick be your hero, Sydney.
Well, you want to race her? You can race her
I'll
for
race
it. You probably kick her ass.
Yeah, I'll
You
grapple
want
her.
to fight? You want to fight Sha'Carri?
Yeah.
Dude, she's gonna show up in like a loincloth. She's like a midget too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like 5 feet tall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can take her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's my only. It's the only thing it's the only take that I have on that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just ridiculous the way people are acting like they know all of the attributes of weed, and then when they do talk about like the way that weed affects you, they talk about it in like under the circumstances of having smoked too much weed.
Right.
Right? Where it's like, yeah, if you smoke too much weed, for sure, it's going to start to debilitate your performance. But guess what? If you do too much steroids, that's going to start to debilitate your performance. You can't do too much of shit.
Yeah.
That's why it's called too much. Right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's people just need to learn how to microdose. That's all I'm saying.
That's you sound like the reps from Oxycodone from that show that I'm watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the addict's fault. It's the person's fault. They're taking too much.
Well, I mean, it's like it's the high level athlete's fault, I guess you would be saying. Well, so case in point, right? Sha'Carri smoked weed during the Olympic trials, and she ran some of the fastest times ever recorded by a female ever.
They were her fastest times too.
Yeah, they were her fastest. Like every time,
I guess if it was ever.
every time she's running one of her fastest times now, she's getting closer to she's like closing the gap between her and that world record. Which, by the way, Florence Griffith Jr. was for sure on steroids when she won that record. That was like this. That was the steroids era. That was the other boom of world records.
Yeah,
It was the
yeah.
steroids era.
Yeah.
Right? So she, on almost the natch, almost all natural.
Almost.
Well, weed is all natural.
Yeah, yeah,
Like a
yeah.
little too all natural. You know, she's closing that gap.
Yeah.
You know, which is pretty impressive. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. We can't we can't be like, how can we say weed isn't a part of that?
I don't know.
She's like, she's an outlier, and she smokes weed.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell me weed isn't a performance enhancing drug? Now, Michael Phelps smoked weed.
Did he? He kept getting caught for it?
He got caught, but it was like,
Oh, I remember
way
there
out
was
of
like a
competition.
picture of him with a bong, right?
Yeah, yeah. And he admitted to smoking it.
Yeah.
You know, his suspension though didn't time wise.
Mm-hmm.
His suspension didn't coincide with competition
Right.
because they do it. You know, they start your suspension from the time that they catch you.
Right, right.
know.
Because hers is just a little too, like she just can't quite make her event, right?
Yeah.
It's like.
So, Chris Webber
Mm-hmm.
in the NBA, I think he smoked too much weed.
Yeah, you think that's what his problem was?
I think that's what his problem was. He smoked too much weed. I think there were several players in the NBA that we didn't see their full potential because they smoked too much weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, it can happen.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it can happen.
You know, I think what we need to do is use this to start talking about marijuana differently,
Yeah.
right? Because maybe we can unlock some more performance enhancing attributes out of it.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like if you smoke too much, you can't focus, but if you smoke just enough, you can focus.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about that?
I don't know, man.
You know, it's legal, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. We can talk about Batman eating pussy.
What?
Yeah, there was a little. They were trying to put Batman in a comic eating Catwoman's pussy. I think it was.
Really? Comics are
Yeah.
wow.
But they were like, nah, we can't. Like, whoever has the license to Batman that sells the merchandise,
It's like no.
they're like, nah, they can't do that. And they were like, heroes don't eat pussy.
Did they say that?
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in.
That's the world we live in, dude. If you want to do good, you got to stay out of it. You got to
Yeah.
keep your face out of that.
What Joker does though.
Joker, for sure. That's how he got those scars on his face. He just ate so much pussy that his mouth got chapped. He just couldn't even open it one last time. And he just split his.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had to, when you look at like the superheroes and the villains, like it's just like more and more I look at it, it's like, yeah, the villain's probably the one that.
But you know I was just talking to your son about this today. Not this, but
Okay.
about like comic book characters that are like not necessarily good or bad. You know, like the ones that are right on the line that cross back and forth. Because he asked me about what's the movie coming out with the lady Black Widow?
Yeah.
Black Widow.
Yeah. She's pussy.
Yeah, like is she good or bad? And so now you made me think like all the characters that like cross that line where you're like, yeah, but sometimes they're bad. Like they definitely all like Wolverine.
Wolverine is
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah.
That's how he got the name Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Green Arrow. For sure eats pussy. He's probably got a couple STDs from it. Yeah. Who else is
I'm thinking Deadpool. Like he doesn't go good too often, but like you know.
I mean, he eats pussy, but you don't want him to.
Yeah.
You're like, this is like, could you stop, please, Deadpool? Please. Who else?
Let's see. What other characters?
I don't think
Venom?
Yeah, Venom for sure. He's pussy. Black Panther doesn't eat pussy.
No.
Yeah. He's too regal too. It's like,
Yeah.
You're not.
Like that's a Batman's problem though. He's always so tempted. Like he's always
Yeah.
so close. Like and he's like, I can't
what's
cross the line.
compelling him to the dark side. Like
Yeah.
if he eats pussy, he'll start murdering people.
Yeah,
in the
it's
streets.
definitely connected. Like when he goes down those like paths and you're
Yeah.
like, he's like he's doing it.
Yeah.
He's like
So he just like gets down there with the pussy and like it's like an inch away from it, just brooding at it.
heavy breathes on it.
He does it to test himself.
Yeah, for sure.
He's constantly building that resilience to not eat the pussy.
Yeah.
That's probably hard to be Batman and not eat pussy.
Yeah.
Like how easy it is to eat pussy. Like, you
Yeah.
save a chick,
Yeah.
she's like my hero. You know, she's like
In both his lives too, because he's like a rich businessman.
yeah,
And he's
a rich playboy. at
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Oh boy, how do you keep that reputation and not? It's not easy.
I think playboys don't eat pussy though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like they're very selfish lovers. It's all about
Yeah.
them.
It makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense. That's how he
It's how you become a
pulls it
playboy.
off. Yeah.
It's a playboy.
Yeah.
Right? It's yeah, no. All right, I'm just thinking Cyclops doesn't eat pussy. Weak ass. Get out of here, Cyclops. It's your Boy Scout ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, so who are the Avengers? So wait, Iron Man for sure eats pussy,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Spider-Man. He would if he could.
Oh, he's so afraid of the pussy.
Yeah.
He's terrified of the pussy.
Yeah.
He has pussy anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he has to see a therapist for pussy anxiety. That's insane. So no, he's not eating pussy. But like you said, he would if he could.
Yeah.
Every time he gets his face close to the pussy, his spider senses start going off. He's like,
He puts webs on it. Like.
Peter Parker, you have closed too many pussies in this city. Could you please stop closing pussies, please, please. He's sealing pussies. Who else?
What's the space people? Chris Pratt and his crew. Like they all do.
Yeah, they all eat pussy.
Yeah.
That's a crew of pussy eaters.
Yeah.
Every single one, including that tree. That tree eats pussy. A tree. That just took all of them in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
That was just Thanos for sure eats half the pussies in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Who? Oh, Thor. Captain America for sure doesn't eat pussy.
Yeah. But Wonder Woman.
I don't know, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
She is an Amazon.
Yeah.
There's a little caveat to that.
Yeah. It almost seems like she like is allowed to.
Kind of has to.
Yeah.
That's probably how she got her position as the queen of the Amazons.
Probably.
She just she ate the most pussies. Or ate pussy the best.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably the best in the world at eating pussy.
Yeah.
Maybe they have to eat their own pussy until they come. And the first woman to come gets to be queen.
I was thinking that too, but
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to give it to you, but
Yeah, right?
yeah.
Okay, cool. But you don't want to give it to me, but you also don't want to take it away from yourself. I noticed that. You're like, okay, parallel thinking. All right, whatever. Yeah, but anyway. So anyway, a lot of superheroes eat pussy. I just think people that do good can also eat pussy. That's all I'm saying. I don't think we have to separate the two.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's get into the show.
Yeah.
Welcome to Two Jack Bros. In case you've been listening thus far, we do all this. And the whole premise behind Two Jack Bros is we want to take us, Sydney and Ansley, exactly who we are, who we just showed ourselves to be. We think those two people that you just heard can reach enlightenment. We can reach a higher consciousness. Like people with our senses of humor, people that are cool and funny and inappropriate can also reach a higher consciousness. And if we can do it, we lay out the path for you.
Yeah.
If we can do it, you can do it.
You have nothing to lose, because if we crash and burn, like, you can just look at us and be like, yeah, I'm better than them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's like either way, you will be at a higher, you will raise your consciousness.
Yeah.
Because like when you lower other people's consciousness, your consciousness is higher. Like,
yeah.
you know, by default, like when you recognize that somebody else has a lower consciousness, your consciousness is higher, is raised by default.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like a lowering consciousness raises all ships.
Here to serve you all.
Yeah. You're welcome. So one of the things that we like to do to set the tone properly once we get into this portion of the show is we get into this segment. It's called My Bad. In the segment My Bad, what we do is we get out any apologies to any person, place, or thing, any noun, any entity, any existential entity that may need to be apologized to for whatever reason we need to apologize to it, just to set everything back to neutral. Just set our energies back to neutral, and then we're going to go forth and start that path to enlightenment once again.
Yes.
Ansley, what do you got?
Well, I want to apologize to a family that was walking up from the park this morning.
Oh.
It was a mom and a dad, and they had a stroller with 2 kids in it.
Okay.
I think one of the kids was in the stroller, the other was walking. I don't know. They had a stroller. And so we're down there with my 3 children and the dog. I'm throwing the ball for the dog. And I get ready to throw it, and I see these people. Like, we were at a weird angle today. Usually I stand on the path and throw up.
Mm-hmm.
We were standing up under the trees because the dog kept going and laying down up there. And, like, the kids were on the rock, so I was just up there with them and throwing it kind of down the hill.
Yeah.
So I'm, like, ready to throw it, and all of a sudden this family pops out that they're walking up the hill. And so I didn't throw it, but our dog, doesn't follow the ball. The dog takes off running, and she just keeps going because she never sees the ball come over her shoulder, so she's running as fast as she can, and she's running straight at this family. And they're like, see this dog barreling at them, and like, I'm like, oh no, Anna, no. I'm like, she's chasing a ball. Like, but she's like, the way that she was running and like being a doodle, I just imagined that they were like, is she going to jump over us? Like, what is she, like what was like.
She's a majestic creature coming at you at a fast run.
Yeah, so fast. She was running fast because she was like, I got to beat this ball. And, like I just kind of had to like watch it happen. Like I couldn't do anything about this.
You're going to watch her jump into that family stroller?
I was just like, please don't do it, dog. Don't do it.
Did the ball go in here? Yeah.
And she stopped before she got to the family.
Yeah.
And she turned back at me, and I threw the ball like a different direction, and she
Yeah.
ran away from the family. And I was just like, I'm so sorry, but I was laughing at this.
Yeah.
And they weren't amused by this. And so I
So they were
apologized to them.
For sure, white.
Yeah, for sure. They were very white.
But also, like, black people are weird about that stuff too, man. People are.
Yeah.
Why make it a race thing?
Because it freaked them out, I'm for sure. And I totally
Yeah.
get that it freaked them out. But, like,
Yeah.
once you're, like, then you have to, like, giggle about it. Like, oh, I thought that fluffy little, like, 30-pound thing was going to kill us,
Yeah.
Like,
But when she's, like, it's, again, like, I could see people see her coming at them. When she's coming at you, like, at full speed,
yeah,
she doesn't look like a little 30-pound thing.
yeah.
She looks like, again, she looks like a miniature version of that creature from the Never-Ending Story.
Yeah.
but like this is a land version.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it can run through you.
Yeah.
You know? She looks like an arrow. She looks like the way she's built. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She looks like she will penetrate you. Like with her
long
nose.
nose.
Yeah. She'll get in you with her head.
Yeah.
She's gonna do a Mortal Kombat fatality to you. And you can't tell that she's like not dumb enough to do it at first.
Yeah.
Right? You can't
Yeah.
exactly tell when she's running at you like that.
Yeah.
She's like so like she's running so fast that her face is being pulled back. She looks like a dumb dog coming at you. That dumb dog's coming at me. You don't know what a dumb dog's gonna do.
No,
That's the kind of dog that will try to put its head through your body.
She looks like she could jump on your head too.
Yeah, like from
an
Aliens.
aliens, yeah, just like suction. But you know what I think? Like I was too caught up in the moment of like how do I like not let this happen or what is going to happen? But I'm like pretty sure that dad did not step in front of his family in any way whatsoever.
Stepping in front of that fucking arrow-headed dog. It's like we gotta figure something out.
Make a hole.
Yeah.
Together now, family.
Yeah, that'd be funny if they all started like forming with their bodies like those like apparatuses in like the dog shows. Make a ramp, make a hole.
She just come through like.
And she starts zigzagging through them. Oh, that would have been hilarious, man. 'Cause that's all you can do. Cause like she also does look like a best in show dog.
Yeah.
You know? Like that's all you can do. It's like it's coming at you right there. You just don't be a stationary object. Like, don't be the type of stationary object she'd have to go through. Mm-hmm. Like make her have to go like up you or around you. Yeah, that's wild. So to that family, my bad.
Yeah, my bad.
My bad, family. My bad. We know. We just, and it's a good time to just own your mistakes. Like that was like a little goof.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You were you could have been a little more vigilant.
Yeah.
Right?
I won't throw down the hill anymore. I'll keep my same angle.
Yeah. That's all. That's all. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
My bad.
Bad angle. It was a bad angle family. I'm sorry. It was a bad angle. That's what bad angles are costly around this family.
Yeah.
Yeah. You catch a bad angle, you knows what you what you get. Yeah. So I have to. I don't know if I've done this apology before.
You're apologizing to women again, single moms.
No. But I think you will appreciate the direction of this apology.
Okay.
Right. I have to apologize to fat black dads.
Oh. Okay.
I've been harsh on them.
Yeah.
I've been really harsh on them lately because I let all of my angst go with fat white moms.
Yeah.
You know, in an earlier segment of
You did.
My bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I haven't. Yeah.
So same situation in biracial families. I saw a fat dad the other day with his daughter that was also like same fat and the same shape.
Yeah.
You know, and as they were walking, she was saying something about ice. They're going to go get some ice cream with waffles.
Oh, with waffles.
Right. And then he was like, "You're just like your dad."
Oh.
Right. And they which is like a bonding moment. You know? But it's like you made her just like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like kids don't come out fat like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, I just went very judgmental in my head
Yeah.
about the fact that he was shaped like a bell pepper, and his daughter was soon to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like that's cute now, because she's at an age where it still seems elastic.
Yeah.
She's gonna get to a point where that's just gonna be inelastic,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's none of my business. It's none of my business. Everybody's family. That doesn't. I cannot. So for me, happiness revolves around movement.
Yeah.
But then again, that's only because like when I was hit by the car, movement was taken away from me for such a long time.
Yeah.
So I feel like I value movement more than like the average person might.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I like to jump. That's why I love to jump. Let's talk about it. This is like it's like every conversation that I have, like that where it's like I'm talking about like my like struggles and insecurities, and it's like the end of it is like, and that's why I like to jump. So I had a single mom that we moved around a lot. You know, and I could never really, and I did a lot of calf raises.
So full circle, you have 2 daughters that like to jump.
I do.
Yeah.
I do because they're just like their dad.
Just like their dad.
They're modeling their dad's behavior.
Mm-hmm.
They like to jump and sneak cookies, you know,
Yeah.
but not like make it the thing. You're like,
Yeah.
the thing isn't the sweets that we eat.
Yeah.
It's the jumping.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Healthy.
it's like, dude, come on.
Jump.
You're black. She's biracial. Jump. You gotta jump, man. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I apologize to fat black dads. My bad. I was harsh on you.
Harsh on them. Yeah.
Not anymore.
No,
Not
they're
anymore.
okay. They're doing their best.
I mean, they're doing. I
They're
don't know
doing.
if they're doing their best.
Right.
I mean, that's another thing that I have to deal with when perceiving fat people, period.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's easy to assume that they're not doing their best.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like they could be doing their best.
Everybody's doing them. And
Dude,
what that moment is your best, right?
There's not enough time in a day to do it all.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
It's like they could be crushing it everywhere else.
Yeah. It could be.
I ain't mad at them.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my bad. Again, my bad, fat black dads. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah. It's, I hope we're good now. Fat black dads, I hope me and you are good now.
Yeah.
You know? I still am not going to stop dominating fat black dads on the basketball court. I'm not going to do it.
If they're showing up,
Yeah, if you
you're
show
like,
up.
and you haven't been jumping.
Dude,
it's not your fault.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. So, what after that? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go after that? Let's see where we're at time wise. Oh, we're zipping along.
Yeah.
We got another segment we can get into.
Okay.
You got a pick?
Well, I guess I could give. I don't know.
You want to do some body yada yada yada?
That wasn't what I was going to talk about,
Okay.
but maybe. Let me tell you where my head, what I was going to think about, what I was
Yeah.
going to say. So I rolled, in jiu-jitsu, there's a lot of talk about being female in jiu-jitsu and what it's like and rolling with guys and like that experience and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And today I was the first girl that a guy had rolled with,
Yeah.
which was like, I feel like I haven't heard anybody talk about that. You know, like you hear about guys like, oh, how do you roll with a girl and stuff?
Yeah.
But I don't know, I guess, but I haven't been that person for, maybe I have, but like somebody
Yeah.
was verbal about it. And he was like, you popped my cherry today.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know, I just keep thinking about that and about like the idea of like guys, like a guy has never like maybe like, I don't know
You've
him.
never popped a guy's cherry before?
Yeah, I've never popped a guy's cherry.
You're
And
like, is this like your like fascination with wanting to have a penis and de-virginize a woman?
maybe
Yeah.
I feel really good about it. I'm like, I did it.
Yeah. You have like de-virginizing envy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because like that's probably like when women are thinking about like if I had a penis, I'd probably like like put it against things. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Textures.
Like
I'd stick it in this tree.
Of course I'll fucking fuck a virgin.
Yeah.
It's because like I want. I mean, is that like? I do want now. I wonder that now. I'm curious about that when women, have that fantasy of having a penis and having sex with a woman. Is she experienced, or is she pure?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think. I don't know if I ever thought about it.
Yeah.
You know. Because I want to say like, she doesn't have to be pure. Like, I didn't have that
Yeah.
fantasy. But I don't know if I ever maybe I never contextualized it.
Is it because when you fantasize about having a penis, you're railing dudes? Just lining up dudes. And just
I'm like, gay.
you're just gaying dudes.
Yeah. All day. It's like until like
all
it's
day,
like
all gay, baby.
I'm like Cinderella. I got to get as many in before I turn back. Get my
This
pumpkin
isn't gonna
back.
last forever. Man. All right. Now we know not to give you a dick. Now we know who to keep the dicks from. That's what you gotta learn that about. Is that a safe topic on your card?
No, I don't want to talk about that.
What you would do? If you had, so what you would do if you had a dick? All right, cool. So what would you?
I don't feel like I could share that with people on, like in the line at the Burger King. Yeah, I don't think that would be. It would be safe for me, but not for other people.
People were like, "Gay. What is she yelling? Why is she yelling gay at that family?
Yeah.
Why is she hoping and yelling gay? Oh man.
But in my mind, so like he probably like maybe he didn't have sisters, he didn't have a mom that wrestled with him. So it was like the first time he wrestled with a girl. It's just like, I'm glad to be that person for you.
Yeah, I would say I would put that in this segment retroactively.
Yeah.
Size doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was a little thing.
Yeah.
That was a big experience.
Yeah.
And that's what our segment Size Doesn't Matter is, where we give a little appreciation to something that may be a little like that you would overlook in a lot of circumstances, but actually like, it had a big impact.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And he's a giant human creature, so he was probably just happy he didn't murder you.
Yeah, he was. I think he was really proud of himself. I can do it. Like he was like Lenny, like he thought it was going to be like petting me. Like, oh no, I broke her.
Sydney, I'm so sorry. Yeah. All right. That's cool. I will do a little body yaddy.
You got a body
That's a
yaddy.
little body advice.
Okay.
That's when we give out a little body advice, because we are jacked, and it's not like we're hoarding the secrets of jackness.
Yeah.
We're just a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Right? We're not a fitness podcast. Yeah, we're called Two Jack Bros because it's hilarious. She's not a bro.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's a fun name. It sticks in your craw.
Yeah.
Well, your brain. I think sticking in your craw is like an annoyance.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah. And again, we might have talked about this before, but just like you don't have to do all of your working out in one session.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fucking scam of big fitness, just so they can sell you gym time, sell you fucking 8-minute abs, and whatever else they need to market at you to make a bunch, like billions. It's $1 billion industry, the fitness industry.
Yeah.
They're like, you like to sell you P90X.
Yeah.
Dude, just do a little bit here, a little bit there, and move on with your life.
I don't disagree with you, but I also think that people need to know that there's some things that come along with this lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like, you're very good at this in your lifestyle, right?
You think I'm very good at having a sweaty butthole in my
Absolutely.
In my day
So yes, you wear day clothes that allow for sweaty butthole. Like you do. You wear
breathable.
You wear dicky shorts.
Dick shorts. Yeah,
Dick shorts.
I wear dick bottoms.
Yeah, that allow for the workout.
Yeah.
You're okay with having a slight funk.
Musk.
Go on. I think that's.
By the way, these are also safe topics to talk to me about. My sweaty butthole and my musk. I'm always down to talk about my musk. You want to talk about musk? I got a pretty good musk.
Yeah.
This is me.
Uh-huh.
What you smell right now, this is me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You didn't even know that.
Oh man, the more we go down this path, the more I'm like, we're ready for this, but is the world ready for people and their safe topics?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, let's see. These are safe topics. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get out here and let's reintegrate with the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's like everything's not a safe topic.
We should start wearing, like, the banks when the people used to wear the "My name is something something. Ask me about my cat," or like
Yeah.
whatever it was to start like small talk.
Yeah.
Like, but like real topics.
Yeah.
Ask me about my musk.
Hey, my name is Sydney. Ask me about my sweaty butthole management. You'd be surprised. It's not that hard. It's a few extra wipes in the course of a day.
Yeah.
Like, and that's another thing that we get brainwashed into believing. Like, you can only wipe your butt when you poop. You can wipe your butt all day.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you can wipe your butt all day. You don't have to have like ceremonies or like events to wipe your butt. You can be like, I don't like the way my butt feels right now. I'm gonna go wipe it. Yeah. So yeah, we're just
On that note.
That's sharing. That's
sharing.
So let's close out with one more segment before we get to the last one. So do you have any spirit science for us? And in spirit science, this is the segment where we like to talk about the things that we apply in the world. Like, you don't just come up with things that you want to do to make a change. You also apply those things and see how they go.
Well, let me ask. Let me talk to you about something that I was learning about, and it includes ancient wisdom. So I just assume that you're going to have something to say on this because it's one of your topics.
Right, this is one of my safe topics.
A big. Like if you have like a word chart, what are they called? We have words of different sizes on the wall, the word walls. Like this is big. Like the font and the
ancient wisdom.
Yeah, it's a large.
You might need another word wall for me. Because it's gonna be one whole wall and then a bunch of other little shit.
Yeah, in the corner.
Yeah.
So, something that I was learning about was talking about how an ancient wisdom that used to be known, and it was known back, a long time, like in Jesus's time and previous to Jesus, was that they used to say, in order to live, you must die before you die. You must die twice.
Yeah.
And so they had ceremonies that they did where people went and they went to you can't know about these. We don't know what happened in these ceremonies because they're secret ceremonies. But people went to temples or places and they did a ritual of some sort where they died. Whether it's spiritual or it's like I don't know what that means, but they died and they came back and then they like understood life. And the way that this person was talking about it was like it ended up relating to, well, they probably, went like did psychedelics,
mushrooms for sure,
mushrooms, and had experiences like that, and it went on to talk about those experiences and how people, like some like I forget if they said 80% of people who had that experience were like it's the most meaningful experience of my whole life. And it was just so I'd been thinking about that, like yeah, but what else do you think they did at these rituals?
Butt stuff. There was butt stuff going on. It was like that's how you start feeling close to death. They would give you like the hero's dose of mushrooms and start sticking things in your butt. I'm dying.
You come out, you really appreciate life. There's nothing in my butt. This is great.
Yeah. So I have a book called The Secret History of the World, and it has what it believes was in some of those rituals.
Oh, okay.
And I forget exactly what it was, but there was butt stuff. It was like, because these are some of the rites of passages to enter these sacred societies. And again, when the sacred societies originally started, they were about information, knowledge, right? And using like basically it's higher consciousness shit. It was like people who realized what could be accomplished with a higher consciousness, and then that's where like the Illuminati and then the Oculus system.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like we have talked about this before.
Right, yeah, because the Illuminati were like, damn, with this higher consciousness, we could get so fucking rich.
Yeah.
And bang so many children.
Ooh, that make you double take. That's not a safe topic. That's not on my list.
Whoa. Let me just check these cards real quick. I don't see anywhere where that is a safe thing to say in a group of people. So we're gonna keep, and then, so in essence, they were looking to use the expanded consciousness for their own personal gain, where the Oculus Society, they wanted to like give it to the world and kind of illuminate and like open up the minds of the world. But the thing with the Illuminati, they were like, but if the whole world is like open, then we can't manipulate them for our own personal gain.
Yeah.
So we have to keep them closed. So they, they're an alleged force of people trying to keep the world,
From talking to each other at rest stops.
basically.
Kind of to keep our cards tucked away. Shame us.
They're constantly subtracting safe topics from society.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the Oculus Society is supposed to be that other group that is like fighting against that.
Yeah.
But I say all that to say that there's supposed to be there is weird butt stuff that goes on.
Okay. There always is.
Yeah,
it's always like, are you willing to do this?
You take like you take what feels like a lethal amount of psychedelics.
Yeah.
That spins you out completely.
Yeah.
And then they start going in your butt. That must be so fucked up and weird. Like they also they put you in a casket.
Oh man.
And
Yeah.
then somehow still get up your butt. I don't know if you're like laying down or facing up. You know what I mean?
That's the mind trippy part. You're like,
it's like, how is this even? I'm dying. Yeah. And I think there's like they purposely make your trip a dark trip. They have people there like acting like they're gonna stab you. They're like they freak you out.
Yeah.
In this thing to get you to experience the like knowing you're gonna die.
That's intense.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
And then so that's the one death. And then the second death is you shedding any of your offense to
people sticking things in your butt.
like when you sober up and you're like, you did what? You did what? Like, do you only care about that because you don't feel like you are part of the universe? Nobody is an individual. So that wasn't your butthole. That was all of our buttholes. At the time. Yeah, it's like it's like you don't see how what is it in Buddhism? Like there is no self, like there is no independence.
Yeah.
It's like you're only acting that way because you think you're an individual, independent entity.
Yeah.
And you don't quite see yet. Once you accept what happened, you will then be on our level. And like nobody wants to be the guy that couldn't accept having things in their butt. Like that was the one thing holding them back from being on the next level.
Yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, I would like to know very detailed what was happening in those ceremonies.
Yeah.
And they also make you like say stuff. It's like a crazy.
Oh, it doesn't sound so good anymore. Like, I mean, I'd like to maybe like a nicer version of that.
Yeah. You want to just do a bunch of mushrooms in the woods?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Surrounded by people you love and they don't poke you and you don't take too much.
Yeah.
So kind of like that.
It's like we stay out of each other's butts.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been, actually, so the last time when we were talking about those quotes that we were living by, not living by, but how, you go through themes, you're like something, like a quote hits you and it just resonates with you. But the way you put my tree quote, I'm not going to get into that tree quote, but don't be afraid to act. Don't miss out on the opportunity to act because you're afraid to do too little.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than the man that doesn't act because he's afraid he will be able to do too little.
Yeah. Or because he's afraid he will do too little.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been trying to apply that and trying to like get up and go.
Yeah.
Reach out.
Yeah.
And it's been feeling good. I feel like good things have been happening because of it.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited about the direction that like just comedy is going right now.
Yeah.
And it's and I'm trying to maintain that mantra for a little while longer.
Yeah.
Before I switch it to something else. Before like my basic bitch ass sees a new quote on Instagram.
Yeah. Like, ooh, that's me now.
Yeah. Then I look at my old quote and I just can't even. I just can't even. It's just,
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been loving Friends, right? Like this weekend has been like, just people are great. Like, like.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Like,
and
new friends, old friends.
And speaking of new friends, welcome to all the new people who are checking out this podcast for the first time. We really appreciate that. Just to let you know, because we haven't at any other point in this podcast, we do have a Patreon, and we don't do our Patreon back to back. Like, it doesn't come out the same day. Our Patreon episode comes out at a later date throughout the week, but it's still bonus content. It's bonus content.
Yeah.
You have to have all your bonus content on the same day.
No.
Like, you don't want to be trapped into believing that you just need.
Right. That's all about. That's like your yin and your yang. Just let it go. Let it be like water. It'll come.
Yeah.
When you need it most. You might think you need it now, but you don't. When you need it later in the week, it'll be there for you.
This is the yin. The free episode is the yin. Mm-hmm. And Two Jack Bros After Dark, our Patreon.
Lots of yang.
So much yang.
You might have thought there was a lot of yang in this one, but
Yeah,
no.
like, this episode seemed kind of yangy. There's a lot of yang flapping around this episode. Promise you. Way yangier. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you everybody for listening. I think we're good here.
Yeah.
I think we did it. I think we accomplished the podcast.
Yeah. Are you going to do shout outs? Or are we good?
Yeah, we'll do some shout outs.
Same.
Of course we'll do some shout outs. To the people.
What did you reach, Sydney? Did you reach enlightenment this week?
You know, I don't think that I did. I don't think that I did. You know, I didn't backslide.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, anytime you have a week where you don't backslide, you almost are better than other people by default. People, because, you know, people, we're just out. Like, I mean, think about us normally. I mean, like, it's so easy to backslide.
So easy.
Backsliding is, like, mostly what I do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But this week I moonwalked in the forward direction. You know, and I feel good about that. How about you, Ansley? Did you reach enlightenment this week?
I did not reach enlightenment, but I was very like go with the flow. I was very even today. I was in the middle. I was like,
yeah, you were flowy. You were like, yeah, you felt very ethereal this week.
Yeah.
You know, very easy to get along with while we weren't around each other. Yeah, so we're gonna do some shout outs. We're just shout out. What's up? Shout out to Mike Butler, Mike Levy, Liz Bot, Doc, Kevin Stevens, Julian from Canada, and his wife Meg.says.so. What up, Julian? Who, by the way, checked out when I was on an episode of The Loud Boys because he was like, "Oh, Sydney's on this. Let me check it out."
nice.
You know? Yeah. So I just appreciate all that. You know,
Yeah.
it's just fun. It's Kevin Lau, Mary, just people trusting us with like their entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's maybe a little too not funny about the weed thing. You know, but I really do think it's a performance-enhancing drug.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Put it out there, Sydney.
It's Kevin Lau, Mary Jo Butterly, happy birthday. Yay. Nicole, Ron, Janelle, Courtney, Coach Rick, Keith Butts, Andrew Pace, Kyle Hancock, Erica Daniels, Levi Mercer, Justin Masabi, Ezekiel Ellis. And a lot of these people are like, you know, people who, you know, early on in this podcast just made us feel good about it.
Yeah.
You know, and Logan, Ryan, Roger Down, Joe, Rob, Joe Francis. Sorry.
Are you?
I did fart. I had to let that out. I'm sorry. It's the shout outs. My butt was shouting out. It was a shout out. Joe Francis and his girlfriend's company, Saved by the Wreath. TJ James, our man down under, holding us down. Nick Cupsey and his 2 books, Lost in the Mail, and the 5 People You Meet in Wawa. This old guy, Chris Bruno. Chris Bruno's not this old guy. This old guy and Chris Bruno. Still don't know who this old guy is. Kevin McGran, Graham Hoffman, Chris Tucker, Derek Towson, Sean Dowdy, Guy Patterson, Brian Bachner, Toscani Rodriguez, Sean, the Boner King, King of all boners. This is a very boner-heavy episode.
I know.
I hope the Boner King appreciates.
I'm sure. I think I have faith.
John Montag, Sam Amon, Cam Snyder, and damn it, I didn't put the guy that's going to make me a belt. I didn't put him. I keep forgetting to put his name on here.
Yeah.
It's damn it. Anyway, shout out to him too. And Melissa Val Kingdom, I know you probably noticed that we had a new intro, a new theme song.
For sure noticed.
Yeah.
You know.
That's Melissa and her band. Well, she's also from the band Circadian Clock. And you can check out all of her stuff on Beethoven Violin. You're currently listening to her right now. So it's just the end of one of the songs that she does. Thank you so much. We love you guys.
Love you. Good
We're
night.
out.